Hello, I'm going to do the Taurus energy reading. As always, take what resonates, leave what does not. I'm going to use my Gilded Tarot Royale. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, the links are down below. Also, if you like this reading, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It is greatly appreciated. We have the Three of Pentacles. Look at that. We have your card, the Hierophant. So this is what you are struggling with, working on yourself, all right, and taking actions on something. I feel like you're struggling with trying to take actions on something. What do you need to focus on? Okay. Loving yourself, Two of Cups. We have the Eight of Wands, and we have the Page of Pentacles. Energies coming in. I love it. The World. I love it. The Ace of Pentacles. I love it. Seven of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Death card, which is Scorpio. Okay. I feel that you definitely have something that's holding you back, especially with this Death card energy, that something needs to come to an end, because the Death card represents something that you're holding on to that is preventing you from transformation or change. Like you're holding on to old ways, or you're holding on to old things or old relationships or old patterns, right? You're holding on to something because you're not feeling like yourself, right? Because you're having trouble working on those things or taking actions that are the best for you, that you're struggling with that. And I have a feeling that it has to do with the Death card there, that you're holding on to old ways or traditions, or that things feel off balance, right? I definitely feel like you feel off balance, and there's something that you have to move on from, because moving on from this brings this, I feel that there might be a lot of chaos going on. I feel that there might be a lot of stuff that's going on for you. Ten of Wands, yeah, doing something different. The Sun card, love it. And then we have the Knight of Swords, feeling adventurous, ready for the change, ready for a new direction. I feel that things are kind of stagnant, that things are kind of stuck, that you feel immobile, that you feel like you're having trouble moving and taking action. I feel that things are off balance. I feel things are rocky, and that you're struggling with something. It's almost like you get into this fog, and it's like you can't even see what's going on because you're so used to being in the fog. You don't know what it feels like to be out of the fog, right? Because you don't know what it feels like to be out of a situation because you've dealt with this situation for so long, or you've been feeling this way for a while. You're like, I don't even know what it feels like the way I used to feel. What you need to focus on is you need to focus on, okay, oh, I didn't look at the bottom of the deck. We have, yes, Four of Wands, a new partnership coming together. I feel like you have to focus on change. You have to focus on what are the things that you have in your plus column. What are the things that you love to do? What are the things that make you happy? What brings you joy? What brings you excitement? What brings you, I almost feel like you've gotten away from that. Sometimes we get so involved in the daily grind of life that we forget to do those things for that self-care. I feel like this reading is kind of that self-care one, with the Two of Cups coming out there. I feel like it's that self-care that you need to do for yourself that you haven't done in a while. You'd be surprised when you do that self-care and you start taking care of yourself, and you say, you know what, I need a time, I need a couple hours, I need a day, I need to do something for me. And that brings you that excitement and that joy, and it starts to bring you that motivation as moving towards things that make you happy. And you kind of get yourself out of that fog, right? That comes to an end. The heaviness comes to an end. If you have a lot of things on your plate, what things can you take off your plate? What things can you delegate to other people or do other things, right? So that you don't feel so bogged down with everything. If it's relationships that you have around you that you feel are toxic or that are draining you, what are those things that you can do to distance yourself from those people or to close those doors? Like whatever you feel is going to work for you. And it's, you know, what are those things that you can do that you can take off your plate? There's always ways to take, you can have people that can go grocery shopping for you. You can have people, you know, you can do an Uber, people that can drive you. You have people that, if you go online, you can find people who can be your personal assistants that can help you with business. You know, there's always somebody out there that has a service, you know, dog walkers, right? There's all people who will organize your closets and organize your stuff, right? People that will come in and clean your house. So it's like, there's always ways to get things off of your plate. And if it's something that you feel that can work for you, that can lighten this burden, then that's something that you need to at least look into and explore. If it's just mental stuff that you have on your mind and that you have, you know, maybe it's time to process things. If something keeps coming up and it keeps putting you in a bad mood, or, you know, you haven't worked through something, or you keep sweeping something under the rug, okay, it's time to take care of that. You have to look at yourself and see, okay, why am I not feeling like myself? Why am I feeling unmotivated? Why do I feel like it's hard for me to take actions to do something? What am I holding on to that is preventing me from this change, right? Change is over here. What are those things that I feel are holding me back? And what are those things that I can change to get myself back into this, to get motivated and back into this sun energy? What is that self-care that I need to do? What are those things that I need to explore? If you sit and you say, well, there is nothing's going to change, it's always going to be the same, then if that's the way that, you know, you feel and that's the way you're okay with, then that's perfectly fine. But this reading is for that person that has this feeling but wants to get to work, right? Wants to make the change, that says, I'm not happy with the way things are, so how do I change things, right? How do I move forward? How do I get back into this sun energy? How do I get into this World card and this Ace of Pentacles, right? If you're not happy with your job, is there something else that you would like to do? If there is, what is that? Is it a part-time job doing something on the side? Is it maybe a new career, going back to school? Is it, you know, get your resume out there? Like, take actions, right? Take actions to make things happen. If you don't do anything, nothing's going to change, right? Find those people, those partnerships that are supportive for you, right? Those relationships that you feel that help to motivate you and help to, that want to see you succeed. Not the people that hold you back and say, you know, nothing's going to change. It's always going to be the same. This is the way it is. Not those people, because those people are just going to hold you back. And you know, find the people who motivate you and say, yeah, like, go ahead, take that chance. Go ahead, do that, right? Bring in those changes. Go after it. Start your own business. Put out your resume. What are those changes? What makes you happy, right? Surround yourself with those people that love to see you happy. All right, let's grab a Star Dragons. We all have to realize that we're very powerful, but we're also in charge of what we surround ourselves with and the choices that we make and the choices that we keep ourselves in and the choices that we move on from. That we're in charge of that. Every choice has a reaction, right? We have wisdom, asking questions. That's what I was doing in this reading. I was asking questions, asking lots of questions. Ask yourself questions. Ask yourself that question. Why do I not feel like myself? Ask that question. Why do I feel unmotivated? Why do I feel off balance? Why am I keeping myself in the drama? Why do I not feel like working? Why am I not letting go of what's holding me back? What makes me happy? What will get me motivated? What do I love to do? What will bring in that sun energy? What do I have in my plus column? Focusing on that. I'm going to grab an empowering question for you. Okay. We have, what is my biggest dream? I love it. What can I do today to move closer to that dream? Again, asking questions, and it's almost like the same colors, and that's what I've been doing. Ask yourself those questions. If you want change, you have to be change. Ask yourself those questions. Doesn't mean it has to be all solved today or all figured out today. Even if you just take a piece of paper and you say, okay, what is my biggest dream? Write it down on a piece of paper. Maybe you have 10 biggest dreams. Write all 10 of them down. Right? And then say, what can I do today to move closer to that dream or those dreams? What are those things that I can do? Write it down on a piece of paper. And when you start to do that, then you start getting excited and you're like, yeah, like I could do this and I could do that. And then you start researching it, and then you start looking into it, and you start putting yourself in that, situations where you can make those things happen. And you make your dreams come true, and you make those things happen because you love yourself. You're doing that self-care, and you're taking care of yourself, and you're putting yourself back in that sun energy. All right, very exciting. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.